looking brilliant and also looking very successful. She has a graduation cap in her hand. Now, in order for her to have gotten there, she needed to be reading at a very young age. Not having one of these puts her at risk of not graduating. In fact, if she's not reading by the age of, by the 3rd grade, she's at very high risk of not graduating from high school. So reading to young children is a must, and there's research, there's also techniques, and there's ways to overcome obstacles that can make this a part of your daily life. Reading to your children will increase their chances of success. And I believe by the end of this speech, everyone's going to go get a book and read to somebody, because you're going to be so motivated to do so. Now I have a question for those who do have children. Has anybody received one of these from your pediatrician? Saying at any checkups, have you received any books from your pediatrician?
Yes.
Yes, okay. Well, I have as well. And this leads to the research portion of this speech. Now, Jeffrey Brown of the PBS NewsHours reported on June 24th, 2014, that the American Academy of Pediatricians are now partnering with families to give them books at each checkup. Why are they doing this? Because of research. Research shows that 1 out of 3 kindergartners is not prepared to learn how to read. There's also research that states that 2 out of 3 children going or completing the 3rd grade are not proficient in 3rd grade reading skills. And that marker is key, because if they're not able to read proficiently by the 3rd grade, more than likely they're going to have trouble in middle school, in high school, and pretty much lead them to not graduate from high school and have a hard time afterwards. Now this research also shows that at 6 months, which is very interesting, after conception, a fetus can hear outside of the womb. Now, Dr. Diane McGinnis, in Growing a Reader from Birth, stated this fact, and also stated an interesting fact about some research. Now, some women who were pregnant were asked to read to their children a Dr. Seuss book before they gave birth, and then after birth, their children were read to it again, and they were actually able to read the responses of the children. The babies, newborns, were able to recognize the book that they had been read. So it was proving that these children they can hear, they can sense, they can hear their mother's voice, they can hear their father's voice. My daughter could recognize her father's voice from the moment she was born. So it shows that reading to your children in the womb is as essential as reading to them when they're outside. Now, Dr. Pamela High, also in that PBS News report by Jeffrey Brown, stated that reading with your children builds their language building skills. It's also a one-on-one time. Now, there's different skills that your children need to do, but one of the most important things about reading with your children is that bonding time. Is that time of saying that reading is important, and I want you to read. Children pick everything up from their parents. And if you're reading to your children and saying that it is essential that you read, reading is fun, let's do it together, they are going to want to read too. And whether or not they have some type of reading difficulties later in life, the fact that they have been encouraged to read will continue to push them to read, or to continue to try to read. Now, we've gone through a lot of research, but now let's get to some techniques. The techniques that I'm going to share with you are actually from this book, Baby Read Aloud Basics, by Carolyn J. Blakemore and Barbara Weston Ramirez. As you can see, it's a little thick, so I'm not going to share all of these, but I am going to share some key points that will actually get you all started in the right path, or continue on the right path. So, techniques, routine. Have a routine, whether it's before they go to bed. after they have their bath, when they wake up in the morning. Make it a daily part of their life. Another one is a word called parentese. Now, a lot of people know that when babies are young, some people do goo goo, ga 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 ga. They don't encourage that. But there is something that's a little bit not normal talk, and it's called parentese. And what parentese really is expressive talk for babies. Enunciating, even doing a lot of words like woof woof and things of that nature. So when you're reading to your child, you're so expressive. Your eyes are going up, your mind, everything is going up, that they are actually experiencing the words that you're talking about. And it's really important. Another one is keep reading. As your children grow from children that are in your lap or in your womb to in your lap to running around to, you can't really control them, you have to still keep reading to them. Even if they're not sitting down, keep reading because they're hearing it. Keep reading because they're getting it. Keep reading because one day they're going to come and pick up that book and take it to you and read to you. Okay? Now there's obstacles definitely in our daily lives, just because we're all busy, right? We're all busy. We all have things to do. So here are some techniques that I've shown to overcome those obstacles of being busy, of not having the time. You have to cook, you have to work, you have to do all these types of things. Have your children read to you even in the car. When they're in the car seat, have them read to you. Give them a book. Ask them questions about their favorite book. Have a mobile book bin. So you have some books that are in your car, that's a little book that they can take it out and at their choice and read, depending on their age level. And another one is having a book nook or a chair. Do you see how Barnes & Noble creates a very nice atmosphere for you to sit and read and drink your latte and things of that nature? Children need the same thing. They need their own little corner with their books and their chair and their favorite stuffed animal or whatever makes them or encourages them to read. Now, what I would like to say is that reading to your children at a young age is essential. Okay? There's research that says so that I've shared with you. There are techniques to help you. And there's even more techniques to overcome the obstacles that all come into our lives. I do want to say this. This book here looks very innocent. Looks, not really important. This one too, little and simple. But doing this as early and as often as possible with your children can get them here. So walking across that stage, getting to a new life, getting to that level of accomplishment, and it's really, really important. Thank you. All right, get out.